So after years of begging and pleading with Mojang, they finally did it. They added a new dimension. But as a joke? Yeah, you heard me. Mojang added a new dimension as a joke. Now wait. Before you go rushing to the comments, let me explain. See, every year Mojang releases a version of Minecraft with some wacky features for April Fools. This version is considered separate from vanilla Minecraft and is usually forever exclusive to that version. But this year, they added an entire dimension centered around potatoes containing new mobs, 5 new biomes, flying redstone features, a grappling hook, and a new boss. And let's just say the community isn't happy about it, claiming the developers put more effort into the April Fool's update than the actual updates to the game. And while I can see why people would make this claim, I think there's a lot behind the scenes that's preventing Minecraft from adding this to the base game. I believe it's important to discuss this topic to help better understand why updates take so long to make. So today I want to explain why I believe Minecraft hasn't added these type of features to the base game yet, and why we haven't seen things like a new dimension. In other words, let's discuss how Minecraft got a new dimension as a joke. So, how was Mojang able to make an entire dimension in such a short period of time? Why can't they do this for actual updates? Well, making a Minecraft update has a whole lot of steps behind the scenes that aren't just coding. And I believe this long process is the root cause as to why it takes so long for Mojang to develop an update. Mojang isn't lazy. And the argument that modders can add triple what Mojang adds in half the time just isn't true. Mojang could add the same amount of features if they wanted to, as seen with this potato dimension. They're fully capable as developers. The problem lies not in the coding, but the rest of a Minecraft update's development process. Mojang developers have to go through multiple steps when adding a new feature, such as designing the mob, designing its functions, making sure it fits into the vanilla version of the game, and making sure it has an actual reason to exist in the game. They also have to go through countless meetings and stages to get features approved and make sure that the development team agrees on the overall direction of the update. Mojang could add a million mobs if they wanted to, but this would result in the game feeling bloated and having a multitude of features that lack any actual reason to be in the game. Making an update for one of the world's biggest games is more than just coding, and it's important they feel the features are perfect before being implemented to maintain the game's high quality standards. One of the main reasons developers were able to add a new dimension with ease was the fact they didn't have to consider how it would fit into the rest of the game, as they knew it was just a fun outside version. Since this wasn't being implemented into vanilla Minecraft, developers didn't have to worry about things like balancing features to ensure they fit into the core gameplay. They also didn't have to worry about things like bugs, which if you don't know can take a really long time to fix, especially game-breaking bugs. With vanilla Minecraft, Mojang has to spend tons of time on ensuring features are implemented safely to avoid players experiencing bugs that could break their worlds. I mean, imagine having a world you've played on for years and you decide to hop on for a new update just to find that the new features have a bug that end up breaking your world forever. I mean, that would really suck, right? And if we go back to the balancing, it's important that the features Mojang add aren't too powerful, as anything they add could permanently alter Minecraft's core gameplay. And unless that's the goal for that feature, Mojang has to pay close attention to making sure what they're adding works with the rest of the game. So without having to worry about either balancing the features and making sure they're completely safe, a huge, and I mean huge chunk of time is cut off the development process, which is part of the reason it took such a short amount of time to develop this potato dimension. Now guys, I want to take a quick 10-second pause in the video to remind you that liking the video is completely free, along with subscribing, and it shows me that you really like this style of content and I should make more, and it helps me out more than you could possibly imagine. You did it? Great, thanks. Back to the video. Now, another reason this new dimension was implemented so easily is due to most of its features being retextured. Now, of course there are some features that we haven't seen before that aren't retextures, and I'll likely make a whole separate video on those, but most of the mobs, blocks, and even weapons that were added in this update are just retextures of previous features, with some having their stats changed slightly. So basically, the only thing that needed to be changed for many of these features was their texture and maybe a few lines of code to alter their stats. My point being, a majority of these features are reskins of things we already have. Parody is one of those things we see altered with every new rendition of Minecraft, as although Mojang does make an effort to keep both the Java and Bedrock versions of Minecraft as similar as possible, they do end up having some differences with each update, something Mojang didn't have to worry about when developing this joke dimension. Since they knew it was only going to be on Java, they didn't have to worry about making sure the lines of code were equivalent to each other, nor were they the same on each platform. Adding an entire new dimension would require a lot of parity, as a new dimension would be huge for the game, and it's important that everyone gets every feature at an equal quality, no matter what version they play on. Not to mention that both the Bedrock and Java Minecraft versions are developed on different engines, meaning the update has to be coded separately and twice, and then has to be bug fixed twice and make sure they're both equivalent. So coding for two separate platforms and ensuring they're equal is part of why features can take so long to develop, and adding a new dimension would require a lot of parity just because it would contain so much new stuff. Now, the major reason I believe we haven't gotten a new dimension is because of performance. Minecraft's performance is something that has been getting increasingly worse in Minecraft's most recent updates, and it would only be worsened by an update so large it contains an entire new dimension. Minecraft is clearly coded on an outdated software, and it was stated at last year's Minecon that they were working on a new software to help them develop the game faster and improve performance. But until this comes, Minecraft's performance, especially on Java, is pretty terrible right now, and almost requires you to have some third-party source like Optifine or Fabric to improve performance. If a new dimension were to be added, the large amount of features and new blocks would only add to the large list of things the game has to render, further decreasing the performance. I also believe this is why we haven't seen something like an end update yet, and I really hope that once they get the performance problem fixed, they can maybe start to implement more and more of these type of features. If you've played the snapshot for this potato update, you can see that the performance is significantly worse than normal Minecraft, which performance is already pretty low. So in conclusion, Mojang was able to easily add an entire new dimension because they knew it wasn't going to be in vanilla Minecraft, simply saying they didn't have to treat the new features with as much care and precision as they would for the base game. They also didn't have to go through the long list of steps it takes to make sure a new feature can be added and done so safely. Mojang isn't lazy, nor are they incapable of adding great things. They just have to meet a multitude of requirements to make a finished feature, which none in the potato dimension are. Although adding these things aren't as simple as they seem, I would still like to see a lot of these features from the potato update added into the base game, such as the grappling hook, the flotato, the flotator, and the new boss. They've really made a huge, fun gameplay design for this new boss, and it would be awesome to see in the base game. They have a lot of really great ideas in this April Fool's update, and although it hasn't been officially stated these are tests for future features, I really hope they are, because as cool as this joke update was, I feel it's still a waste of time, even if it was a short period of time. If there's not a chance these could be added in the future, what was the purpose of making these in the first place? I feel like they should have just focused on the base game. But if these are hopeful tests for future updates, I think that would be really awesome. Minecraft is completely capable of getting features like this, but it's just going through a few setbacks right now that are making it hard for them to implement them. But hey, that is all just my opinion, so let me know what you think about what I said down below. What do you think about Minecraft's new joke dimension? What would you like to see them bring from this dimension to the base game? Tell me down in the comments below. I'd love to continue this conversation, and I'll be responding to as many comments as I possibly can. If you did enjoy the video, a like is greatly appreciated and goes a long way to helping me out and pushing the video out to others. And subscribing ensures you never miss out on another video just like this. Not to mention, it's completely free. Thanks for watching. So wherever you are, good day, good evening, and good night.